Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. You're watching another episode of Engine Room, the only podcast in crypto that matters, brought to you by tokenmetrics.com. My name's Dylan Love, joined as always by Mr. Jacob Koch Gallup. Jacob, you have an embarrassing secret that we need to get out of the way right up front. Do you know what it is? Jacob,
Yes, I
you're a
do.
finance minor about to
Correct.
graduate the University of Southern California. You don't
Yes.
know who Ray Dalio is.
No. And I think the context to this is we were talking about what topics we're going to bring up in the podcast today, and Dylan said we need to talk about Ray Dalio, and I said, who the hell is Ray Dalio? He said, you're a finance major. I'm like, no, finance minor, but still looked him up. I'm like, oh, he's 72. He's a boomer. I don't need to know about him.
Well, yeah,
Warren Buffett, never heard of him.
fair enough. But this 72-year-old boomer is probably the most successful American hedge fund manager alive today, who has done very, 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 very well for himself with a little company called Bridgewater. So he's figured out how fiat and legacy finance works. He's cracked that code, so to speak. Ray Dalio was in the news, I guess it was early this year, late last year. Basically, he was in the news for just saying, oh, Bitcoin is cool and interesting, and I own a little bit of it. That was a news item.
Yeah.
This was happening about the same time as Paul Tudor Jones said Bitcoin was good and people should own some. Anyway, Ray Dalio is back in the news again today with a crypto angle because he's now expanding his horizons beyond Bitcoin. Now he's getting into Ethereum. He also calls cash, quote unquote, the worst investment. So let's read a little bit of this article from Business Insider. Hedge fund titan Ray Dalio has described cryptocurrency as impressive, as he confirmed he holds Ether in addition to Bitcoin and said cash might just be the worst investment. The billionaire investor was a skeptic about the Bitcoin bubble for years, but a change of heart this year saw him buy the leading cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, earlier this year. In a Yahoo Finance interview, Dalio revealed he's added Ether to his portfolio, but said he doesn't hold a huge chunk of either Bitcoin or Ethereum's native tokens. So he's just holding small percentages of each of these. I'm not going to give the precise amount of Bitcoin but I do own some Ethereum as well. So he wants us to know that he owns crypto. He declines to let us know how much he owns or what percentage of his portfolio it is. This mostly fits what I understand a lot of these old school finance guys are saying. Like the attitude among this tier of investor, who's people who are already made their millions and billions in the stock market. Now the attitude is becoming, come on, bro, you can't put 5% into crypto. It's like you chicken. Like I'm imagining all these guys smoking cigars and going bark 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 bark.
Yeah, no. So he said what cash was the worst investment. Is this? I'm assuming it's because of inflation.
That's how I interpret it as well. I mean, he's just saying the same thing that Michael Saylor has been saying for about a year and a half now, that if you hold cash, you lose purchasing power every month with certainty. Whereas if you hold cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum, you definitely don't lose that. You know, we've talked before on this podcast about how cryptocurrency, and Bitcoin in particular, presents itself as the ultimate hedge against inflation. As the dollar becomes more worthless, Bitcoin theoretically gains value to offset to offset rising inflation. Inflation has been the story of the year, perhaps.
Yeah.
What was that statistic we dug up in a previous podcast? 7%.
Well, it was 6.8%, highest in 39 years. Last time it was 6.9%, 4 decades ago when it hit all-time highs. So inflation's up there, and like I said, if you're not getting a raise of around 5 to 6%, you're losing money. If you're holding cash in your bank and you're getting 0.025% returns from your big bank, you're losing money every year, every day.
Yeah, the deck is sometimes the deck feels a little bit stacked. Sometimes the deck feels stacked. Let's read a little bit more of this Dalio article. Financial mainstream adoption of Bitcoin is continuing to grow, obviously, of course. Meanwhile, the promise of decentralized finance, or DeFi, to cut traditional banks and other middlemen out of transactions has boosted interest in Ethereum. Yeah. The future of banking is perhaps going to be built on Ethereum. It's already happening. The billionaire, who's previously compared cash to trash, reiterated his dislike for fiat money by calling it the poorest investment. The debasement of fiat money, a result of government's unprecedented fiscal stimulus to help economies through the pandemic, has made assets like Bitcoin look more inflation resistant. Yeah. Welcome aboard, Ray Dalio. We've been waiting for you. We've been waiting for you. Now we want to know how much you own and what altcoins you might be trading without actually talking to the media about it. But we'll never know.
I think we also need to know when Bridgewater Associates is going to throw their 140 billion asset under management into crypto. And yes, I did say I didn't know who Ray Dalio is, and yes, I just looked it up to give that statistic.
Well, God bless you. I would expect nothing less from a USC senior.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jacob, if you want to learn a little bit more about Ray Dalio and how this guy thinks, I can only recommend a pretty awesome book he wrote called Principles, which is all about how he thinks about investing and the principles that drive his processes. And it's a really thick but really well written book.
Anyway. Yeah, I have to confess, I did start reading The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham, which I think is the go-to starting investing book, and I got maybe 50 pages in out of 400, and I was like, this is so boring.
Yeah, that
I
is
can't
not a
get
fun
through
book.
this. No.
There's not enough blood and violence and sex scenes in that book to keep me interested.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, I think while that book has its place, I think for somebody who's just getting into investing in the year 2021, soon to be 2022, I think there are probably better places to start, because now we have this whole new thing called cryptocurrency that Benjamin Graham could not have ever predicted coming. I guess that book. Do you know what year that book was written, Jacob? In the 30s or 40s,
No, I can
perhaps?
look it up right now, though. I think it's a little
not a
later
new
than
book.
That. Let's see. The Intelligent Investor was written in 49.
Yeah.
1949.
Yeah. Not just pre-crypto, but pre-internet.
Yeah, pre-computer.
Pre a lot of things.
Yeah.
Anyway. What else do we have to cover for the news on this Friday, December 17th, Jacob?
Did you hear about Melania Trump's NFTs?
I did. I saw that one of the NFTs is just like eyes, right? One of the NFTs she's selling is just two floating eyes, a picture of two floating eyes.
Yeah, I think that might be maybe. I think she's only selling one NFT, and she's just selling a bunch of them. Let me see here. So yeah, this is really her first time she's been out in the public since being in the White House. I don't think she was really in the public during the White House, but yeah, so it's going to be launched on a new platform. She's creating an NFT platform, not just NFTs, and it's going to be powered by Parler. And do you remember Parler? Parler was in the news a lot.
This is already, I see red flags waving.
Yeah.
Crazy, because Parler was, of course, this anti-censorship. It was like a social network where you could say anything you wanted.
Anything, yeah.
And so it was very, very popular among a certain Trump contingent who probably stormed the Capitol on January 6th.
Yeah, not to get too much into politics here, but yes, it is powered by Parler. So, and then it's also run on Solana, which it's interesting. It's not Ethereum, it's Solana. But a portion of the proceeds will go to her Be Best initiative, which is helping assist children aging out of the foster care system by way of economic empowerment, and then also giving resources to them through the fields of computer science and technology. So there is good to it. I think it's a continuing of random celebrities trying to use their following to make money. It's a watercolor. It's by an artist named Marc Antoine Coulon. I think that I'm pronouncing that correctly. It also includes an audio recording of Trump. I don't know. This article says it's of Trump. I think it's Melania Trump. I don't think it's Donald Trump. But anyway, digital art's going to cost about it's going to be one Sol ETH or $150, available to purchase between December 16th and December 31st. So if you're looking for a holiday or Christmas present, Melania Trump has NFTs, and you can not only look at the beautiful art, but listen to her voice recording.
So at the other end of the spectrum, where we have Melania Trump using this, do I really want to say that Parler's been linked to white supremacy? It has.
Yeah.
Using that platform to launch an NFT, she's theoretically very pro NFT. She can make some money. At the other end of that spectrum, we have Mr. Keanu Reeves himself. Do you know the video clip I'm about to talk about, Jacob?
Yes, I saw the video clip.
So there's a new Matrix movie. People of a certain age are going to love the Matrix and remember all three movies. Obviously, the first one was the best. I haven't seen the fourth one yet that just came out, but they were selling NFTs to help promote the movie.
Yeah.
And then I literally let's do a little screen share here.
Yeah, let's watch this video together.
If it'll let me. Will it let me? It's not going to let me, is it?
Yep. Okay. Well, we can quote the video at least.
Let's at least play the audio here.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the Matrix NFT thing that they did for Resurrections just a couple days ago? They made NFTs for the new movie, and there were like 100,000 of them, and the site broke like in the first few hours because there were over 300,000 people in the queue trying to buy these NFTs for $50. And so like when you think about the concept of digital scarcity and things that are, they can't be copied, that are easily reproduced. Well, but they're not the same, right? It's not that they're easily reproduced. Well, but they're not the same, right?
One more
that
time.
laugh though.
Well, but they're not.
God bless you, Keanu Reeves. So this is a guy who I love this clip because he's basically saying this is a joke. This is a stupid thing.
Yeah.
And even if you get your precious ownership of your magic JPEG, people can still copy it easily. He uses the word reproduce. Can't be copied, but it's easily reproduced.
Yeah, I think I love the right-click save as meme, but I do think it might be overused a little too much. And it is, as I'm so into the NFT community, obviously I'm biased, but I think it definitely is obviously degrading to NFTs. And it's like, yes, there are weird just profile picture JPEG images, which you could just save as and put as your profile picture, but that's not the sole utility of NFTs. It goes way beyond that. So as you can see, I'm a little salty about all these memes, but to be fair, they are really funny. And Keanu Reeves, his that laugh is uncontested. that was good. You sounded like Michael Jackson there a little bit, though.
All right. Does that do it for this episode on this Friday? Do we have anything else to cover, Jacob?
No, I think that's it. Just
all right.
Tell everyone to make sure to subscribe and comment down what they think about the podcast if they want us to talk about anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are making videos and audio podcasts that go out to the crypto community to help you make more money. One of the ways we do that is by tracking the news and helping you interpret it. This is all brought to you by tokenmetrics.com. This is an AI-driven platform that helps you decide how to invest your money in crypto. You got to check out our live streams. We've got the inimitable Bill Noble, who delivers daily market analysis. We've got Mr. Ian Bellina, the crypto prognosticator, who knows who seems to know what's happening before it happens. If you have found this video by accident, count it some good luck. Do a little digging into Token Metrics. Maybe you even get a subscription. We want to thank you for subscribing and liking this video, and we'll see you next time.